What if I told you someone manipulated you today, not yesterday, not last week, today? The most disturbing part? You probably didn't notice it. In fact, there's a good chance you willingly went along with it and maybe even felt good about it. Every single day, companies, influencers, advertisers, and even ordinary people use a psychological trick so powerful that it can quietly influence your decisions without you realizing it. And once you see it, you'll start seeing it everywhere. When most people hear the word manipulation, they imagine something obvious: a scammer trying to steal money, a cult leader controlling followers, a criminal deceiving victims. But real manipulation rarely looks like that. The most effective manipulation doesn't feel like manipulation at all. It feels like your own choice. That's exactly why it works. Because if someone forces you, you resist. But if someone makes you feel like it was your idea, you agree willingly. Psychologists have studied this for decades. And one of the most powerful techniques they discovered is used constantly in everyday life. Maybe even on you right now. But before I tell you what it is, you need to understand something first. There was a simple experiment that changed everything. Researchers asked people for a very small favor, something so small that almost no one would say no, and most people agreed. Later, the same people were asked for a much bigger favor, something they normally would reject. And something strange happened. The people who agreed to the small request were far more likely to agree again, even when the second request was inconvenient. Why? Because the human brain wants consistency. Once you say yes to something small, your mind starts adjusting your identity. I guess I'm someone who helps. I guess I'm someone who agrees. I guess I'm that kind of person. And that is where the shift begins. Now here's where it gets dangerous. This isn't just a psychology experiment. It's everywhere. Free trials don't ask for commitment. They ask for a small yes. Social media doesn't ask for hours of your time. Just a few seconds, just one scroll, just one video. And then another, and another, until time disappears. Even shopping follows the same pattern. One small click, one saved item, one added cart. Each step makes the next one easier. Because once you start something, your brain wants to finish it. And it's not just companies using this. People use it too. A small favor, a tiny request, a harmless compromise. Nothing that feels important at first. But each small yes builds momentum, until bigger requests don't feel so big anymore. That's why manipulation almost never starts with something obvious. It starts with something small enough to ignore. And that's exactly what makes it so effective. This manipulation trick used on you every day is called the foot in the door technique. It's a psychological principle where a small agreement increases the chance of a bigger agreement later. Now that you know it, pay attention to your daily life, the ads you see, the apps you use, the conversations you have. Because once you recognize the pattern, you'll start noticing it everywhere. And the moment you notice it, it stops controlling you the same way. If you want more breakdowns of hidden psychological tactics that influence human behavior every day, make sure to subscribe. Because once you understand the system, you're harder to control.